My friend stole my girlfriend, then came back crying. Bitch ass nigga. My best friend and I have been close since primary school. We did everything together. When I finally started dating this girl I've liked for a few months, he acted happy for me. A few weeks later, he started acting distant, tried texting, canceling plans. Then one day she told me, she wanted to break up. I found out 2 days later she was dating my best friend. I blocked them both and moved on. Almost a year later, he showed up at my house asking if we could talk. Turned out, she cheated on him on another guy. He had sympathy. I just looked at him and said, now you know how it feels. I closed the door. Sometimes Colin doesn't need your help. Damn. My boss fired me. By accident. I worked at a small shop for 2 years. One day, my manager called me into the office and said the company was letting people go. He thanked me for working and told me to hand over my uniform. I left confused, but I accepted it. And the next morning he called me 10 times. Turns out he fired the wrong employee. He told me to come back immediately. I already accepted another job to get and that paid more. Best mistake anyone has ever made. Damn, I was fired. I pretended not to know my bully. The guy who made my life miserable in high school walked in the restaurant where I worked. He smiled and said, "Bro, remember me?" I looked him dead in the eyes and said, "Sorry, have we met?" His smile disappeared. He spent the last 5 minutes, trying to remind me who he was. I genuinely remembered him. I just didn't think he deserved to be remembered. Damn. My neighbor kept stealing my Wi-Fi. Dude, what the fuck going on? The internet suddenly became painfully slow every night. I checked the connection devices, and there were 6 phones I didn't recognize. I changed the password. The next day, my neighbor knocked on my door, asking if my Wi-Fi was broken. I smiled and said no. I just fixed it. Walked away without even saying a word. Crazy. My teacher thought I cheated. I studied for 2 weeks straight for my final exam. And when the result came out, I got 98. My teacher pulled me aside and accused me of cheating because I've never scored that high before. She made me retake the test after school. I scored 100. She apologized in front of the whole class next day. The best revenge was really proving people wrong. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. My cousin tried to embarrass me. At the family bride, my cousin kept making jokes about how broke I was. Everyone laughed, of course. A year later, I was making a decent amount of money online. He messaged me asking if he could lend some money because he was behind on rent. I replied with the same thing he told me that day. Figure it out. He never messaged me again. Damn, that's mad cold, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I get there's a good feeling in like saying that shit to your family. But I mean, he was an asshole, so I mean, I get it. But with the grace of God, I feel like God, bro, really look at that. And you just gotta thug it out and be like, you found it, nigga. But hey, man, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. My crush asked me out as a joke. Back in high school, my crush asked me out if I wanted to go out on a date. Couldn't believe it. 5 minutes later, all her friends started laughing. It was a prank. I smiled and said, "Good one," and walked away. Years later, she messaged me apologizing. Apparently, she's always, literally what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Literally what I was trying to say the last shit, bro. Literally. accidentally exposed a liar. A coworker kept telling everyone he had a degree. Jesus. One day, the manager asked me where we both studied. I answered honestly. He jumped in and started making up stories. The manager quietly asked him one question. What day did you graduate? He froze. Turns out he never even got to university. He quit the next week. Jesus Christ. My friend copied everything I did. Every time I bought something, he bought it. Changed my hairstyle, he changed it. Started going to the gym, he showed up the next week. Now, eventually, I started talking to him. Like, I stopped telling him my real plans. I would tell him fake goals instead. He spent months chasing things I never wanted. Meanwhile, I quietly worked on the real ones. Damn. That was life like that. That's crazy. I would tell a nigga, stop being a bitch, nigga. Goddamn, nigga. You ain't got no damn personality or some shit, nigga. Chill the fuck out, gang. Fuck going on? Stop playing this bullshit ass game. Y'all niggas be entertaining niggas, bro. Nah, bro. Don't do that shit on me. My neighbor called the police on me. I was washing my car in my own driveway. My neighbor thought I was acting suspicious and called the police. 2 officers arrived. They asked for my ID. Then I said, whose car is it? I handed them the registration papers. One officer looked at my neighbor and said, so you called us because this man was washing his own car? She shut her own curtains immediately. Damn, that's some racist ass Karen. That's some racist ass shit. That's crazy. He not even stealing, he just washing the shit, gang. Like the fuck talking about, even if he was stealing, like even if he wasn't the owner, like he just washing them it's not his tongue and then like talking about I got fired. Then they wanted me back. My company laid me off because they wanted to save money. 3 weeks later, they called asking if I could come back. Turns out no one else knew how to do my job. I told them I would for double the salary. They left. I hung up. Damn. That's how you do, my brother. I hope you find a good job, my brother. They don't deserve you. Goddamn, come back. My brother ate my birthday cake. I would slap the shit out. But I'm not playing about my cake, man. It's my cake, man. I'm not playing about my cake. I came home excited for my birthday. Oh, half my cake was gone. My younger brother admitted he had eaten it because he had thought it was for everyone. The next week, he bought himself his favorite snack. Guess who thought he was for everyone? You. He never touched my food again. Hey man, funny on it. I missed my flight. I was furious. I got to the airport 5 minutes late. The gates had already closed. I spent hours complaining. Later that evening, I found out the flight had been delayed after an emergency landing. No one was seriously hurt. For the first time in my life, missing something felt like a winning. I lent my friend money. He promised he'd pay me back in a week. A week became a month. A month became 6 months. Then he posted pictures of himself buying new clothes and going out every weekend. I commented one sentence. It looks like you finally have my money. He paid me back the next morning. Damn, that's cold, bro. On his comments, bro. On his comment, but that ass though, like that ass, don't play with my money, bro. We don't play with my money. The quiet kid won. In school, everyone laughed at the quiet kid because he never spoke. Years later, we had a reunion. He pulled up in a sports car. Turns out he started a software company. The loudest people in the school were asking him for jobs. Sometimes silence is just focus. Yes sir, they get it. Hey man.